First thing I go to is always the pelvis, and I can tell that your right pelvis is higher than the left. It's very subtle, very subtle. And what that's doing is bringing pressure down on your opposite leg. And go figure, your left leg is very compromised. Look at this. Your tib fib is coming way out. Your foot should be here. Your tib fib's coming out this way. You see it? Versus the right side. It's like here's your femur, and then here's your tib fib, and it's just not on point. It's coming out this way, and there's pressure coming down on the inside of your left foot. And look at it from the front. Look at your toes. There's so much dysfunction in your left foot. Your toes are coming this way. Your foot is actually curved on the side. So this is obviously coming from your walk, also known as your gait pattern, which is all coming from the pelvis. Looks like a bunion could form here too on the outer edge. So there's just a ton of dysfunction. This whole leg is compromised. I would not advise running or jumping. It's an accident. It's an emergency room accident waiting to happen. Do not run and jump. Now we got a bunion forming over here on the right. So there's a lot of pressure coming down over here. I also do not recommend wearing skinny shoes. No high heels, none of that stuff. Your feet are just very dysfunctional. You can see the patella just coming way out to the side. It's almost like a tibial torsion. This femur is rotated out, and then the tib fib is not rotated out. It's coming the other way, and that's bringing the foot the other way too. It's very interesting feet and legs. You got a lot going on from the waist down. A lot. All right, that's not too bad. Your head is definitely being pulled. Look at that. It's being pulled to the right. And you can see the muscle changes here versus the left side. So there's a lot of muscle dysfunction pulling you to the right side. Your shoulders are definitely pinned forward. We can see the left is higher than the right too. Look at your hands. They're falling out in front of your thighs here, right? The right one especially. So those shoulders are just really pinned forward. We got to get them back. Lots of varicose and spider veins going on. That's nutritional deficiency and postural stuff. You have a posterior pelvic tilt. You look at this. Look how flat your back is. Wow. And it's flat all the way up. I mean, that's a pretty flat back. This is very stiff, very rigid. I would imagine you have sore back a lot. And so this is because your pelvis is being pulled down in the back. It's called a posterior pelvic tilt. It's the root cause of a lot of female issues: PCOS, endometriosis, C-section surgeries, infertility, things like this. And it means that your muscles in the back are very tight. Very tight. And it's just pulling your pelvis down, whereas the muscles in the front are loose. But here's what's a little concerning. You got this flat back, and then at the top here, you see this hump, this bump? This is your vertebrae. This is your vertebrae sticking out. So there's a lot of pressure up here in your neck. You can see it even better from the right side. Flat, 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 and then it comes in. There's a crease here. You see that crease? And then massive hump in the cervical spine. See this? That's a problem. This could be blocking blood and oxygen to your brain, your ears, your eyes. It could make it so that you're not draining lymphatic fluid well. A whole bunch of stuff. Could affect the thyroid, could affect the throat. I see lots of pressure here on your neck. Lots of pressure here on your neck as well. You see your shoulders should be about right here. Remember I was telling you they're pinned forward? All right, if you're a little rotated, look how the shoulder is way behind the line. If it was in normal position, it'd be like right here. It's behind the line. So you're walking around a little twisted, just a little bit. But look at the feet. And I'm just fascinated with your feet. High arch. Look at that high arch right there, huh? So much stiffness in the muscles. And then the other foot, the arch isn't that as high. But look at this. I mean, your feet are, I want to examine them because they're so interesting. Very interesting feet. Hypothyroidism. I was just talking about the thyroid. Yes. Look at the hump in the vertebrae and look where your thyroid is. You think there's a connection there? I do, because the body's connected and your medical monopoly will never put 2 and 2 together. Oh, 60 years old, 5'3", 157. I'd like to see you 137, 20 pounds. Let's go. Hard tissue is a 3. That's on the verge of being bad news. A lot of nutritional deficiency, postural deviations. Blood sugar's a 3. Got to be careful. If you get to a 5, that's very bad news. Soft tissue is bad news. Look at this. You got a 6. So there's a lot of nutritional deficiency going on in you. And soft tissue takes the longest to reverse because there's so much. And digestive's a 3. And it looks like you have adequate stomach acid, assuming you did the test correctly. But I also see that you have acid reflux here. So I'm wondering if you did not take the test correctly. Or maybe you do have adequate acid. And this is all postural because your posture, this stiff spine definitely affects your intestines. All of your intestines here can become out of order from the posture. White spots, that's nutritional deficiency. Osteoporosis, it's all nutritional deficiency. Low thyroid, yep. Ridges in the tongue, that could be a sensitivity to a food. Shoulders and head don't touch the wall. I'm not surprised. Let's drop an imaginary wall, shall we? Look how far your shoulders are from the wall. Look how far your ears are from the wall. Nothing removed, thank God. Look at all the pain. And we just identified all that. I'm just surprised there's no back pain. I'm surprised there's no back pain. But neck pain, oh yeah. Ankles, hips, shoulders, hands, knee, yep. I mean, we identified all of that. Surgeries. Right hip replacement. Interesting. So if you had a hip replacement, that means they did not address the root cause. They treated the symptom, which is essentially cartilage decay. So you've been walking around messed up for a while. They did not fix your problem. Look at your feet. I mean, your feet are symptoms of your problem, and it's a big problem. Tooth removals, dentures, okay. I think that you're a great candidate for my reversal system. But I feel confident that we can turn this around. Your senior years are around the corner and you want to enjoy those. I don't know if you have grandkids or what, but you don't want to be a miserable older lady. You don't. Your feet are jacked up, which means your hips / pelvis is jacked up. And you got that hump up on the neck, and it's just it's not a future that you're gonna want if you do nothing. So yeah, I would love to get you in the program and start working on you and get you turned around. There's some work to do, but you're not opposed to hard work, are you? I don't think you are. Hope to see you soon.
Do you actually know the root causes of all your symptoms? If you really want to heal yourself, you gotta get to know them. And that's exactly what we do with our discovery analysis. This is a very one-of-a-kind test designed by Dr. Kevin Reese. You'll discover all of your nutritional deficiencies, your stomach acid levels, and a lot of other things. Plus, Dr. Reese is also going to examine the positioning of your hips, your feet, your neck, your shoulders, all to get down to the exact root causes of all your symptoms. So we're saving you a lot of time and a lot of money because you'll keep going from appointment to appointment, and the medical monopoly is just gonna milk your insurance. They're gonna do blood labs after urine labs and x-rays with all of that radiation. For what? You don't even get down to the root causes. At the end of the day, it's best just to get the discovery analysis done so that you actually know that you're heading in the right direction.